Welcome back, everyone. This is our week 7. So we've just got the leaderboard finalized. So I wanted to just go over what place I got, some final thoughts on the elements, as well as discuss a little bit in regards to the change that they made for the bonuses. So this is the rank that I ended up attaining. So I did finish 112th out of 1,416 players. So not too bad. I mean, I did miss most of the second 10x day, so that hurt me a little bit. But I mean, I could have definitely played a little bit better. I feel my performance lacked in this past competition. It could have been possibly due to a lot of players actually spending a fair amount. I do try to play a very low spend or no spend. Typically no spend is my goal. I did sell a few businesses and I didn't really purchase anything. I think one business to help me merge up to a higher quality, but that was about it. So 1K voucher, nothing really in the grand scheme of things. But the prize pool was a lot larger, especially with people purchasing diamonds to help with the imbuing of the essences. So, yeah, 112th. I was hoping I could have stayed in the top 100, but I mean, overall, I think I did okay. I mean, that's 645 crow, so not bad. I'm not going to complain about it. That's like a little under $60. US, not bad for a week's competition. Definitely could have performed a little bit better. Let's take a quick look at the leaderboard here. So FTB Hacker did take first. Golden Tree, he did some good pushing there. Got himself second, and Dazul for our third. We got Darklos, Mr. Kooky, Kimbo, Raz Al Ghul, Lightman, Fiend for Crow, and Treyas. So that's our top 10. Not too bad. Definitely a large prize pool. As you can see, we got 2 million vouchers right out to 25. So if you made it into rank 25, you do get a pretty good payout, 2,000 crow. Not bad. Even out to, let's see where the 1,000 mark is. Probably easier just to skip down to me and scroll up. So if I would have made the top 100, I would have been in the 700s. So not terrible. What are we looking at? 750. But where is the 1 million mark? Right there. So 78. So not bad. I mean, these people likely spent a little bit. I don't know exactly how much. But if you spent, 300K vouchers and you make $1 million, you did better than myself, right? So not terrible. I'm going to have to look into maybe starting to play a little bit of a buy-in cycle, see how I can play the market a little bit, see what I can do. But I think with the change up, that being the elements, it does give me a lot more to spend my diamonds on. But that being said, moving forward into the next competition, I am curious as to how much we're going to have when it comes to the essences. If that's going to be something that they give out in spades like they did in this past competition, or if it's something we're going to see only coming from the daily roar. And that would make, the essences a lot more valuable because, last competition prices killed, just dropped off really quickly when you're getting hundreds, from the daily claiming, right, your daily rewards. But if you're only able to get one, per spin, basically, at the best, it might increase the prices significantly. So that was my prize pool. And then final thoughts on the change. So originally, if we scroll over, this is the original base values. We were looking at 15% for the hyper affinity. Super affinity was 10% and 5% for affinity, and then -5 and -10 for the different rejections. Now they have increased it. The rejections have went up as well, so they went up by 5x here, but we went up by 20x or even more, 40x. So 40x here, we're up to 40x here, and then also pretty significant jump, like 450. That is a lightning booster. So it makes sense now, in my opinion, to start using some of these if you do have businesses that are already merged and up to the quality you want. All right, that's one of my big catches that I didn't mention when I was talking about the concept of imbuing elements into your businesses in the previous video. It didn't really occur to me that to even test that. I was figuring there's no reason why they would block out combining a neutral business with a imbued business. It makes sense to stop merging of different element ones, but I don't see why you can't merge a neutral with an imbued business. So to me, I think if you're planning on doing merging still, don't use essences quite yet. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay basically 50 million diamonds and 5 essences every time you want to try to increase the quality on your business. It's a little bit of a deterrent for myself. I do still plan to hopefully increase quality if I can. We'll see what happens. But as of now, if we look at the cost, even up to 5, right? So 50 million, what is the total there? So 3.6. So we're looking at like 1.15 billion diamonds, and 330 ish essences to be able to get 40%. And that 40%, that's going to come in at this spot right here. So 180% bonus or a 160. So those aren't too bad, honestly. Being able to use these types of bonuses passively, it does make some sense to increase maybe up to the base level of 5 as we sort of move forward. Now, the costs, though, significantly increase here. I don't know why they increased this so much. You can see over here was the old values. We had 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 5 billion. Now, the final on here is 12, which used to be basically the total of all of the costs previously. So exactly why they increased this, I don't know. To me, it makes no sense. One, to even really use this fully. But to go to level 10, the amount of diamonds that it's going to cost is insane. Plus, look how many essences at the end of the day you're going to need. So this is 26.65 billion diamonds, right? If we take a look at my game right now, I've been collecting diamonds for a month basically. And that was when I was already at 10 billion. And so, it's going to take me probably a month and a half or so to be able to even get that amount of diamonds to finalize and do that imbuing. So I don't know if it's really worth the diamond cost, to be honest. I was honestly hoping to see something. These cash bonuses are nice, but something around 800, maybe even 1,000 for hyper infinity, 750, and then something like 500. That would be really enticing. Now, the nice thing, though, I will say, upon reflecting on how I played the competition, I did like using the hyper infinity. If we go back here and take a look at the element business parameters, we don't have any issues, right? So there's no issues with placing the business that's imbued with either Stygian or Lucent on any of the other regions other than the opposing primordial, right? So if you need to move your businesses around, sure, there's no minor bonuses here, but you also don't get any negatives or rejections. So that's pretty nice. Whereas, with these other ones, you don't even get the hyper affinity, but you do get negatives, one neutral and then one negative. Actually, this one has 2 negatives, sorry. And a super negative. So super rejection, rejection, and rejection. That's sort of why I think, personally, these are going to be the most valuable, being able to use Lucent and Stygian. One, because you do get a bigger bonus, right? So you get 50% opposed to the 25% max, right? Which, when you hit level 5 here, it's 20% bonus versus the 10% bonus. So I think that's significant enough to make people want to use it. But again, I think they're going to be the more premium one. They are the jackpots, right? I think it's a 3 element stones for the Stygian and 2 element stones and a diamond to be able to get your Lucent essence. So definitely more expensive, and I think they're the premium of the cream of the crop, right? Basically, when it comes to trying to imbue your businesses. But yeah, I just sort of wanted to circle back. Now that they've changed the values of the cash, I can see them having a larger role now, finally, in, normal mode opposed to just competition. It'll be interesting, though, moving forward into the next competition. Like I was mentioning earlier, will they be handing out essences like they were for this past competition? Or are they planning on only giving them to us via the Daily Roar, or will we see some sort of expedition stuff come out as another alternative route to be able to obtain these essence stones? Anyways, that's all I really got for you guys. Just a little update on the value I think that there is in using essences in the elements. I think there's a little bit more value in it now that they've increased the cash income bonus. Before, with it being like 15, 10, and 5, it was literally useless, especially when it locks down the ability to merge. But I still, if you're like quality 3, quality 4, even quality 5 on a business, I would say consider trying to get your quality up to like 6, maybe 7 if you're really lucky and daring prior to putting on one of these elements. Now, hopefully in the future, they do decide to get rid of the requirement that they need to be the same element. And hopefully we can move forward with just like you can't merge different elements. And when you merge a business, if the one that's going to be burnt is the elemental business, either the business that you merge with gets the element on it, or it just doesn't, you can't be burning it, to sort of prevent that loss of a elemental business. That would be what I would be in favor of. So, if you're like merging a Prestige 50, Museo or something that was imbued with a Sapphire element, and you were merging it with a P289 that had no element on it, and the merge was successful, then it would sort of take over the element. Whereas even if it fails, I think the burning should just then transfer over the element onto that business. And then that way, that business that you were trying to merge with now becomes that element, sort of making sure you don't lose the value that you put in via these diamond costs. But as of right now, having to put a level 1, right, like Sapphire to even be able to merge, I think it's really not the best concept. I think it's a really bad idea. But yeah, other than that, hopefully everybody did well and placed in their rank that they were hoping to, or at least didn't overspend trying to chase a high rank. And yeah, we'll have to catch you guys in the next video. There is a podcast out we just uploaded recently, so if you're interested in it, it's about a 2-hour little chat between DJ Oracle and myself, and we go over some of the element stuff, some of the community updates, as well as review the roadmap that Loaded Lions put out. So you can see the roadmap here. We talk through the Lion economy, gaming innovation, and community growth stuff, and discuss some of the milestones that they had laid out and whether they achieved them or not. So yeah, check that out if you guys are interested. It is a long one. It's almost 2 hours, but hopefully you guys enjoy listening to it. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. So we'll catch you in the next video. Hopefully, keep grinding, and hopefully we have some new stuff coming out for near the end of the year. If not, have a great Christmas or happy holidays. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.